Hey guys, welcome to the Mom Show. I'm your host, Courtney Doyle, and this is a place I am giving you permission to not have it all together. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I'm so glad that you're here. I can't believe that it is election day. And if you have been on any news channels, radio stations, social media, it's chaos. The noise is loud. The opinions are loud. And so I hope that you are able to ground yourself and really stay focused on really who's in charge here. I've seen a lot of prayer and a lot of Bible verses come across, a lot of memes, saying, hey, no matter what happens today, Jesus is still on the throne. And that is comforting to know. And he, in fact, is, though I do hope that you got out and you voted. I don't think that because he is on the throne and he's the ultimate decision maker, our responsibility as Christians is to just lay down and not participate in voting. And so I hope that you got out and you voted. I know that it's late in the day when I'm posting this, and here's why. I did not think that I was going to be able to get an episode out today because yesterday I was terribly sick. And I think it was just sheer exhaustion from traveling, coming home, hitting the ground running, having a gathering at our home. I think my body finally was just like, hey, you know what? Take a break. And so when I tried to record yesterday evening, today's episode, I had no voice. And so that's a little contradictory to having a podcast, is having no voice. And so anyway, I have felt much better today. And I met with a sweet friend this morning. We recorded an episode for this next couple of weeks. And she said, hey, look, I give you permission to not publish an episode today. And I thought, you know what? I think sometimes we need to be given permission to not do something. And it was such a kind word, and so much so that I felt like, you know what? I think I still need to go ahead and put something out there, mostly because of what's coming in the next several weeks. It's the beginning of November. And if you have opened your phone or walked into a store, aside from it being all about the election today, it is all about the holidays. Christmas is upon us. They wiped out all of the fall decorations and replaced everything with Christmas decorations overnight in every store you walk into. They're there. It is in our face. It is time to decorate. It is time to shop, all the things. And you know what? Like my friend gave me the advice, the permission to not record today, I'm giving you permission to take a step back. Just slow your roll for just a second, because it can really be overwhelming. And because of that feeling that I know that we all get as moms, we are to create the magic, right, for Christmas. And that then you add on top of that balancing maybe things that are happening at your kids' school, because it seems like that kind of ramps up this last few weeks of this fall semester. There's projects due, there's parties that are happening, there's, come to the school for this and do this at home and things like that. And that can be chaotic. And then there's breaks in there. You've got your Thanksgiving break. And I know some of us just had a fall break, and then you were going to have Christmas break. If your kids are older, they're ramping up for mid-semester finals that can be very stressful. And so all of this is coupled with this magical season of the holidays, create Thanksgiving feast and then have these magical moments with Christmas and add the elf on the shelf to that and the decorations outside and the decorations inside. Sometimes it can just be too much. And so this whole year, I have been doing a series called Help My Child. And I've been so fortunate and blessed to have moms that have come on and have been so vulnerable and shared the stories of their children who have suffered anything from chronic illness to disabilities to eating disorders to suicidal ideations to addictions to technology. We have talked about so much, and we are going to continue to have these conversations into the new year. But I wanted to pause those conversations over the next couple of weeks, because I think that as moms, what we are saying right now is help. It's the holidays. And so what I've done is I've partnered with some guests who are going to come on, and we are going to try to encourage you and give you permission to do things different, to slow down, to take in all the joy that this season has to offer and to not get lost in the chaos of Christmas. And so my guests over the next several weeks, we're going to talk about what is it like to do Christmas with a blended family? What about when you're grieving at Christmas? How do we do that? What does Christmas with adult children look like? How do we make memories that matter? And so stay tuned. This is just a teaser episode that in the next several weeks, that's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to throw in some tips and tricks that I do for my family personally. You know that I love to decorate. If you follow me on any social media, you know that that is something I genuinely love to do. But I'm going to be real honest with you. I do it because it quiets the noise for me. I can put on worship music and I can decorate, and that's good for me. If you don't enjoy decorating, please, by all means, don't compare yourself to those of us that do enjoy decorating. As a matter of fact, maybe call one of us and be like, hey, you can come do my Christmas tree. Because for those of us that enjoy it, it is like a therapy. And so I think it's cheaper than going to therapy sometimes. So anyway, coming up the next few weeks, it's going to be help. It's the holidays, and I'm hoping that we are going to encourage, empower you, and really guide you to the true meaning of what this holiday season is about. And guys, that's about Jesus. That's about God's grace and kindness to send his son to this earth for us. And that's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating the coming of Christ. And so I'm hoping that over the next several weeks that we can help give you permission to stay focused on the real meaning of the season and help you find ways to really enjoy and make memories that'll last a lifetime for your family. So I'll see you next week with my first guest. Thanks so much for listening to The Mom Show with Courtney Doyle. Remember to check the show notes for any links, books, or resources that are mentioned in each episode. We want to be sure this blesses other mothers, and in order to do this, if you're listening via podcast, be sure that you like and share. If you could write a review, that would be fantastic. It helps us get in front of other moms. If you're watching via YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This way, you won't ever miss an episode. We want to make sure that we increase our reach to other mothers who need a little encouragement, a community, and a whole lot of Jesus. We're so glad you're here.